TIFU by googling "beating heart in Blender." This was actually a few months ago. So, I'm a computer programmer, which basically means I have a PhD in googling things. Over the years I've figured out how to simplify my search queries to render more results. And it's become second nature to me. For example, how to make spaghetti in microwave would become spaghetti in microwave, and how to remove nested node from super with git fork becomes how to remove child from parent with fork. Any coders out there might understand that joke. Anyways, while interning at a game development company, my coworker, call him Cat Dude, who usually does all the animations, turns to me and says, "We needed a beating heart animation." To this I reply, "Why can't you do it?" Quote. He responds with, "You have more experience with skeletons." For those who don't know, a skeleton is a thing you can do to a 3D model to make it move smoother. Fine, I say, and I go ahead and open up Blender on my computer. Blender is a free 3D animation app that we used for pretty much all animations. I didn't really know how to start. I know a beating heart looks like individual sections squeezing and expanding in regard to each other, but beyond that I had no idea. So, thinking I could skip the process of animating it myself, I go ahead and Google the coder equivalent of how to animate a beating heart in Blender 3D. Beating heart in Blender. Guess what the first result was? It was close to what I was looking for. It showed a beating heart animation and how to do it in Blender. But I wanted to use skeletons. More specifically, bones, which are an essential aspect of skeletons. Still not noticing how terrible my search could appear to someone, I go ahead and change the search query, "beating heart with bones in Blender." Before I could hit enter, a full-time employee walked up behind my desk and glanced at my screen. "What the FK?" she exclaimed. I swear it echoed across the whole building. Everyone looked up. Beating heart with bones in Blender? All eyes were on me. Some people even got up from their desks to come look at my monitor. Meanwhile, Cat Dude, knowing exactly what was happening, quietly shook his head, and I think he mumbled, "Ah shit," under his breath. I did finally explain to everyone what I was trying to do, and they believed me, I think. TLDR. I needed to animate a beating heart in an animation program called Blender using a thing called bones. I googled "beating heart with bones in Blender" and became the laughingstock of my office. Did you watch it spin around to a beautiful oblivion? Should work on the culture in that company. Doesn't feel right that people jump up in distrust and eager for hanging someone. This isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought you were gonna find something a little different than what you were looking for. So, I'm a computer programmer, which basically means I have a PhD in googling things. Most accurate thing ever. Source: I am computer program. LMAO, fellow programmer, this shit was hilarious. Who has that reaction though? Sounds kinda bitchy. Not your fault, the other employees should have minded their own business. Talk about an invasion of privacy. What the fuck? As someone in the CS field, all I can say is half the shit I Google on a weekly basis would get me on a list without context. Today I wanted to make oranges in Blender. Wanted to look up examples with Google. Then I realized actual blenders are also a thing. Who the fuck's the Karen spying on her coworkers' screens though? Kind of an overreaction for someone working at a game development company. This reminds me of a time when we learned at work that it's better to Google crack spread chart instead of just crack spreads. So you work at a game dev company where there are people that don't know what Blender is? For a post about fucking up by using shorthand, this could have been at least 75% shorter. Enter FBI fan. FBI didn't show up? That's what needed to happen. When I read the title I was worried Google showed you an actual beating heart in a real blender, and that was the TIFU. Thank fucking God. Can I just clarify that I just read someone with a PhD as a fucking intern? Capitalism is fucked, bro. Never mind, I read it wrong, lol. Been there before, but never in that kind of setting. At least you will leave a lasting impression as an intern, LMAO.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.